This is exactly why we don't invest in horse companies. There is so much horse out there in investing that it absolutely boggles my mind. People are changing their names to include blockchain in order to get a bump in their stock. Last October 24th, we posted a video. Riot Blockchain was at $30.86. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't remember what I said because I've done 1,700 some videos. I do 3 or 4 a day, but I'm quite sure I talked about this company being absolute crap. Now, I went and looked at this company, and at first I was like, oh my gosh, at the time, the 52-week high was $79.50. And I was like, okay, but then I looked at this. I went to the max chart. I'm like, wait, how do they have a stock price at 1,000 back in 2000? How do they have 3,000, over 3,000 back in 2008? Then I realized, I went and did some research, and this popped up on CNBC. Riot had not been in the crypto business for long. Until October, its name was Bioptics, and it was known for having a veterinary products patent and developing new ways to test for disease. That might sound somewhat like the type of newly minted blockchain company that has gained SEC attention. So, I don't know much about them. And you might sit there and say, well, Paul, you don't know anything about them. I don't need to. Do I believe in blockchain? Do I believe in the technology? I don't know enough. But I will say that crypto is absolute garbage. There's nothing to back it up. And every single month, hundreds and hundreds of cryptos had been coming out. And I don't even know how many there are now, but look at the collapse. There's nothing behind crypto. And anybody who tells me crypto is the future, you could be right. But it's just like the internet back in 2000. The internet was scratching the surface on where it was back then and where it's going to be in the future. But guess what? Thousands of companies still went to zero, even though the future was huge. Why? Because value still matters in the long run. And not everyone can be the biggest player in the game. And not everyone can make it. That is the point I'm trying to get across here. Now, the stock is at $7. 52-week low, 426. Guys, let's go look at the income statement. Big revenue growth numbers. Awesome. Still loses money like crazy. $300 million lost on $300 million in revenue. Great. Congratulations. Let's see their balance sheet. It might be pretty good. $500 million in current assets. Total liabilities. I like that. $147 million. Okay. Not bad. I want to understand, what are those assets? Are they cryptocurrencies? Are they cash on hand? I don't know. I mean, it says here cash and short-term investments. So these are the things to worry about and think about. This is our 8 pillars. There's no 5-year free cash flow or earnings. Shares outstanding increased 2,500% in the last 5 years. Holy dilution. So even though the company's revenue is up 30 times, 40 times, it's being diluted. If a company revenue doubles, but their shares outstanding doubles, you got zero benefit. It's called dilution. It's the biggest silent killer in investing. And people fall for it. Why? Because they see this word right here. That's all that they did. And this, to me, is the ultimate sign of this bubble. We're going to look back years from now and say, oh, come on, guys. We were buying cryptocurrencies just because it said blockchain. We were buying companies just because it said blockchain on there. We were buying every cryptocurrency that came out. It's going to be so obvious 5 years from now, but it's not obvious today to so many people. And there are comments below, I'm sure, in the YouTube channel right now in this video, people saying, Paul, you don't get it. You're right. I don't get it. I don't get how you could be so foolish to believe in this BS. Do I think that there will be cryptos in the future? There very well may be. But I believe it'll be something backed by the government because they're going to actually sit there and start regulating crypto like they've already talked about. And I said this 2 years ago. All it takes is government starting to regulate it. And you're already starting to see that happen. All it takes is governments banning crypto. You're going to start seeing that. You think that the government was going to allow some sort of currency to fly under the radar? For the longest time, people were like, I don't have to pay taxes on my crypto. All of a sudden, the government's like, yeah, you got to pay taxes on your crypto. That's all it takes. That's simple. That's simple, guys. And as libertarian as I am, as libertarian as Tim is, we still sit there and say, wait a second, there's still a purpose to the government. Are they abusive? Are they huge? Absolutely. But the purpose of the government is it provides some sort of comfort to people. The US dollar is backed by the economy of the USA. What's blockchain backed by? Your 17-year-old pimply neighbor who's dying to lose his virginity to some, 18-year-old college co-ed. That's it. I don't want to hear it. So don't fall for the scams just because it says blockchain on there. Understand what you're buying. So if you're new to this channel and you haven't already turned me off, I'm Paul. I'm a value investor. I look at price versus value. If I can't determine what the value is, I avoid it. I don't care how low the price is relative to history. Hell, this stock was 3,800 just 20 years ago. Does that mean you buy it? No. Price versus value. That is my goal. And if you think I'm just some hardo, being mean, all that stuff, guys, look at my Instagram page. I'm a nice guy. I have 4 puppies. Who has 4 puppies? I do. And I love them to death. I have a great fiance. But it does bother me when I see people out there falling for this crap. This is a veterinary products patent company that all of a sudden changed the blockchain. I just don't understand it. So if this is still interesting to you and you say, hey, this guy has a point, watch our next video on my 8-pillar process and how I use the quantitative aspects of a business using our 8-pillar process to screen out companies and look for value plays. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I appreciate your time very much.